Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the gift of the gap. Episode 52.
Happy New Year!
Yes, that's 1 year. 1 year of the gift of the gap.
The gift of the gap. The gift of the gap. The sun is shining. Barbecues are rising.
Wow.
Start again.
Surely they're not
The
rising.
sun is shining. Bears are... I'm not very good at this.
Yeah, I don't know who told you to try and make a poem off this. But yes, it's been 1 year of the gift of the gap. 52 episodes consecutively each week.
Yes.
We stuck to it, and we're here now, you know, our little outlet to our small pool of subscribers. Thank you for everyone who's listened and supported. Thank you all for
taking the time out of your weeks to listen to
us.
Lovely voices.
Yeah, to listen to these two Muppets and just talk about what's on our mind.
Yes.
And essentially, it's brought us here to 1 year, which is a nice little milestone.
Yeah, so
let's jump right into it. Head first.
What are we talking about today?
Well, we've got to wrap up Blue Therapy if we must. I don't want to give them too much time after their dire performance or on the Aftermath.
Yeah. So we did watch part 1 and part 2 of Aftermath. I'm not sure if there's a part 3.
There is a part 3. I saw a teaser for it, but
it's not out yet.
I'm tapped out, fam.
Well, let's tap you back in.
I've tapped out.
Tap. So we did watch it. I'm not gonna say if we paid the how much was it?
Yes, hey, I plead the fifth.
We're not gonna say if we paid or not, but we did watch it. So the part 1 was, what was his name? Jamal and
Deborah.
Why did you do that? Benjamin either says someone's name like backwards, or what else do you do?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You say you he just be saying stuff backwards.
I speak in my own special language.
And he just says it and expects everyone just to like know what he's talking about.
I'm sure the people knew Deborah was Deborah.
No, but that's not the only thing you say.
Is it?
If I could think of an example right now, I would, but I can't.
Oh.
So we're just going to move swiftly on.
Tough kippers.
Yes.
You know, I heard kippers is another word for tatas, for titties, and I'm gonna start saying it now.
Tough what?
Yeah, I just replaced tough titties with kippers.
Oh.
I heard someone refer to them as kippers, and I was like, I like that word. I'm gonna start calling them kippers. Cover your kippers up.
But I feel like that sounds more like toes.
I don't know, but I found the word funny. Kippers.
Okay, to each their own.
Yes, Deborah and Jamal.
Yeah, so their one. It seems like Deborah has basically taken the stance of forgiving and forgetting.
Yeah.
Which, to each their own. He cheated and, she's over it and she's decided to take more of a mature stance. And her friend, Mansa,
yeah.
Look at me remembering names. She seems like a nice friend. She seems like she's fair, and I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that Jamal didn't like her because Jamal was messing up a lot, and Mansa was calling him out for it.
Yes.
And then he was upset that he was being called out for it.
Yes.
Essentially. But yeah, she seemed pretty fair and balanced. Obviously, I'm not in there 24/7 to know, but from the presentation, from what she presented, she seemed like she was giving a fair and balanced opinion. And this was also a lesson as to sometimes why when your friend is having some man issues, sometimes you have to watch what you say. Or woman issues, sometimes you have to watch what you say because they cheat on them and you're like, leave him, do this, he's this and that, and then your same friend is sitting back next to them, to them, and it's like very awkward because they know everything that you think of them for real, but then they're still with them.
Yeah, and I feel like it is awkward So, like, let's say it was my friend, and you know my friend knows everything. Like, it would be awkward for you and my friend to, like, sit in a room together. Because I feel like you wouldn't like her because you kind of would have an understanding, like, oh, this girl doesn't like me. Yeah. And then she obviously doesn't like you because of what you've done. Yeah. And so it's like...
And that's basically what happened with them two. Essentially, but Deborah seemed to be back with it. She seemed to have, like, you know, been like, all right, maybe I can forgive them, overlook this. And then in typical fashion, they were on a break, or no, they weren't together at one point, and she mentioned that she was dating, and Jamal got very upset.
Oh yeah, he did.
He threw a whole tantrum, threw all his toys out the pram.
Yep.
And
he called her what was the word? He called
her
a harlot.
A harlot, which is basically another term for a prostitute, I think.
Yes.
And essentially, and this is whilst she was dating someone else when they were
not together. He cheated.
Yeah,
and he's calling her a harlot.
This is how it goes. Some people, who doesn't hear must feel. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, and well, he's displaying his true colors there, isn't he?
Like, it seems like they didn't discuss that she was dating first off. And then that she was dating this particular guy, and then she actually was intimate with this guy, and he found out all while they were recording.
Yeah.
And he was like quite...
Well, that's his own problem. He caused that on himself. He should have behaved, and then he wouldn't have found himself in that situation.
This is true.
Or if he found himself in that situation, he wouldn't have himself to blame.
Yeah, but she's not in the wrong because they weren't together.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Let's go to the next couple.
Chioma. Well, just Chioma.
Just Chioma. Paul didn't show up for this part of the aftermath. I think the teaser 3 is with him. Okay. Just him. Part 3. But I don't know if I can bother to listen to him for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, essentially Chioma just turned up, and to me, like, it was terrible.
The host, she didn't understand the assignment. Let's just put it like that. She wasn't giving what it was meant to give. She just wasn't nosy enough. You needed someone like Benjamin, who is just really, really nosy, who just wants to know the ins and outs.
Just put like, your own name in there, because you know that's you. Like, Pinocchio knows out here.
She was just asking the surface level questions. No, you need to dive in. Splash.
But she didn't dive in to the questions.
It was like, oh, you and Paul are not together. Oh, I hope you don't mind.
Maybe this was her first. About this. Maybe this was her first interview gig.
No, but every question,
everyone can develop.
No, but every question, it was like, oh, I hope you don't mind us talking about this. No, she's on the show to talk.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it was just quite. It was quite a boring episode, if I have to be honest.
It was.
I was struggling to get through it.
She basically, Chioma wasn't like saying more than what was asked, basically, and then that was it.
And then they had this weird conversation, which I didn't even believe was real.
What conversation?
With the sister. I was like, why is the sister calling in to speak about Paul when Paul is not there? And when they've broken up?
No, she didn't.
Weird.
She came to resolve things with Chioma.
But it's weird. If they've broken up, what do you need to resolve?
That was Choma's point.
That is, and I was just like, oh, this is just...
Yeah, but you do have some people who are like that.
Well, I don't know those people in my life.
They want the closure on their end.
I don't care. I don't. As once that person is gone, it's like, this is not my business. I don't have to deal with them. But to each their own. Chioma and the host were just going and talking back and forth about what happened in the relationship, and apparently Paul being in debt. And funnily enough, he came on Instagram and put out a video saying that he was a paid actor, and like he's glad the social experiment
acting gig and stuff. That was the worst piece of, if he was paid acting, which I don't deny he was, that was the worst piece of acting that he did. That his own video that he did was like the worst.
His own video was a bit sus. But I don't know.
And I feel like he just came out and said that because basically Chioma called him broke.
Yeah, that's what the people in the comment section was saying.
And
anyway.
And I'm not sure if I can dispute that from how he was talking. You know, oh, no one shows their woman all their finances.
Yeah. Paul is a interesting character. I think you'll have to drag me in if you want me to watch part 3. I'll be trying to dodge at every available opportunity.
Oh, well, it was interesting. I found Blue Therapy interesting as a whole.
As a whole, I would say it was interesting.
I feel like it was a nice 45 minutes worth of entertainment.
I will say, it was interesting. It did make me give the latest episode of Backchat a chance, and then I realized why I don't watch that. Shouting. People were just screaming at each other for the whole 45 minutes.
Yeah, but you see, you don't like that type of show. You like food. You like slow pace, talking. Man.
Not slow paced talking. I hate when people talk slow.
No, okay. No, but
I like shows that aren't stressful. This show
that's it.
The show was raising my blood pressure. They were just shouting at each other, and one person would talk, and then I was just like.
See, I like a little bit of.
I don't mind a little bit of angst in there, but
sauce.
That last episode I watched was just shout central. That's what
I don't mind a little bit of shout. Actually, when I was younger, I used to like the little bit of ratchetness.
By younger, you mean like just when you were in uni, mate?
Yeah, I was younger.
I guess. Yeah.
What was that? 4 years ago? 5 years ago? That's younger. And I started watching it while I was in college. No.
All right.
No. Don't try to call me out. No. I started watching Backchat and Real Housewives when I was in college, and slowly gotten away from that.
All right, bad girl.
I've progressed.
All right, bad girl Riri.
I'm bad girl TT. Get it right.
All right. Bad girl
my credentials.
But yeah, essentially I tried to watch it and I was just like, oh my gosh. The only 2 people, so basically they have a new system where they can vote the girls can vote one of the boys out and the boy can vote one of the girls out, and they bring another cast member to the Backchat panel. And the only people that were making sense and talking calmly were the ones obviously they voted
out. Okay.
Well, one of them anyway. The other one was being an idiot. But I was just like, this is why I don't watch this. But, it's to each their own, and it is entertaining to some. And there were some episodes at the beginning of Backchat that were entertaining, but then it became a screaming match. And
it's just not your scene. You just don't like shouting. You like more conversational.
Yeah, just talk, fam.
Yeah.
Just talk.
As soon as, you raise your tone, you're like, nah, I'm out. Peace.
No, not even when you raise your tone. You're just being extra. No, if you can talk in a civil way, or if you can at least get your point across and let the person finish so I can hear what they're saying, just let me hear. And that's it. You can even shout at them to let me hear, that is fine. But when it's just shouting and no one, you spent 30 minutes going over 2 sentences, it's just like, bloody hell, these people cannot hold a constructive conversation.
Sometimes the conversation is just, fiery.
And then sometimes you remember, like you remember that not everyone has the gift of the gab. But yeah, it's to each their own.
I tell you who has the gift of the gab: Kanye West. So, I didn't watch the last episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but I did see a few clips. And one of the clips that caught my attention was Kim talking to Kris Jenner, the mum, about her and Kanye West. And to cut a long story short, she basically was saying that, she has all the big things, and money can buy a lot of things, but money doesn't really buy happiness, especially when you're alone. And she used the example of, like, during the lockdown, her, Tristan, and Chloe used to go to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. And, she was third wheeling. And then she realized, like, I can't do any of this stuff with my spouse, go to the movies or have a little hobby or, watch a Netflix series together, because, like, he lives in one state and she lives in another state. So she was saying, I come to a place in my life where I really appreciate just the small things. So what do you think about that?
I think she should send me 50 million. I will be her event planner and fun time haver.
That's what you got out of that.
Yeah, I heard that she's looking for a fun person organizer, and I could be that for you.
No, that's not what she said.
Oh.
What's saying thing? That's not what she said. She was saying the complete opposite.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Wow. No, she's saying that she wants the smaller things.
Yes.
What money can't buy. Well, money has to buy the Netflix account, but you know what I mean? Like, sit and watch a series together, eat popcorn, go for a walk, you know, spontaneous walk. And
do they have pets?
I think she has a dog.
Oh, okay.
And 4 kids.
Okay.
But he lives like in Wyoming, and she lives
I like
in like.
how you answered she had 4 kids when I asked, do they have pets?
No, I said yes, and she has 4 kids.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he lives in Wyoming at the moment, and she lives in LA, and it's like you can't really do any spontaneous things when, first of all, you live apart, and then you live so far away from each other.
Nah, I get that. I get it. I get it for sure. Yeah, money can only buy so much, especially when you have such a excess of money.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's
and both of you have excess of money, so it's not like he's buying her something that she couldn't actually buy herself. Sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
It's okay. I forgot what I was gonna say. Go on. I forgot.
Well, yeah, no, I agree. It's interesting to me to like hear someone who has money say that, because it's like, I feel like for a lot of people, they think, oh, once I get to this level of success or this level of money, you know, all my problems are gonna vanish away. And it's like, no, like sometimes it's the little things that, you know, people with less money have more time for, can appreciate. I don't know. That's the whole sentence didn't make sense.
That segues into my next bit, actually, because I think money buys different things for people. Some people want things, but me personally, money buys time. It buys the opportunity to use your time as you wish.
Yeah.
And I'm announcing it now on the 52nd episode. BT Small Talk. I'm creating a blog for BT Small Talk, or under BT Small Talk. Actually, I might change it depending. I'm not fully sure, but I'll be updating in the next couple of weeks. I was meant to do it during my holiday, but unforeseen circumstances pushed that back a little bit.
AKA my hands.
And my car. But yeah, now those circumstances are, I don't know when my next holiday is actually, because I need to do a big bit of research, and I wanted to know what type of content you want for a blog. I'm really interested in sort of finance, and I'm not the leading expert in finance, but I have learned a little bit, and I wanted to share like a little bit of knowledge for anyone who didn't know about like certain processes or how to sign up to certain investment platforms and sort of gain your financial freedom. And that is what I'm working towards. Just, you know, my life being automated. Free as a bird. So I wanted to put that into a blog, and let me know if you're interested in seeing that sort of content, and what type of content you would want to see on the blog. And yeah, that was essentially one of my goals for this year now.
To start a blog.
I'm making a blog, and I've said it on here, so I must do it.
Yeah, so hopefully in the next few weeks, you guys should be hearing us announce that he's actually got it up and running.
Yeah.
And where you can find it.
Yeah. That's
okay.
All. Any goals for you? Any aims or anything?
My goal is for my hands to look completely normal again.
Woo.
And well, I guess while I'm saying this, guys, my hands look better. I can move my hands. Do they look better to you?
No, they look much better.
How would you describe them?
I would describe them as, Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. His face.
Okay.
I'm joking, guys. No, they look much better than his face now.
Did you know how my mum described it? So
they felt rough, Joe.
Oh my god. So my mum was on the phone to her friend, and her friend was like, "Oh, how's Tia's hands?" And she goes, "They're dry like chips." I was like, "Okay, thank you." My sister was like, "Oh, They look interesting. Yeah, so I'm getting all types of nice comments about my hands.
Much better than where they were at its worst.
They look more presentable. Although they look weird, I definitely feel like they don't look as Halloweenish.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to my goals. One of my smaller goals is to learn how to do my nails.
Okay. So we'll be checking in on that.
Yeah.
And seeing whether you've learned how to do your nails.
Yeah, I've quit trying
But you mean like a full nail acrylic set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I've quit trying to try new foods with this whole reaction,
Guys,
that's gone down the window.
She never really started, guys.
Yes, I did. That 1 month I tried something new.
Yeah. But essentially, so I'm going to get a blog running and hopefully together we can grow. And
amen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where the future takes us.
Yes.
Here's to another 52 episodes. We'll see you in 2 years. Oh no, we'll see you next week. But yeah, we'll see you next week. Please share this with one person that you think will enjoy it. And yeah.
Yes. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. As Benjamin said, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
And what's our YouTube channel?
BT Small Talk.
Correct. And you can find us on all social media at BT Small Talk because we got the branding down pat. But I think it's time, we need new pictures. We need new pictures. We need to update the logo and the branding.
But we're not picture people.
We ain't picture people, but we need to take some pictures or we need to come up with something. And I think we need to find someone who can make it into a logo for us. Because I feel like right now, we're not achieving we're not achieving our full potential.
Yes, okay.
And I think we can.
We will.
And we will. Yes. And also maybe we need to add some video to our podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh. And it reveals some exciting things that may or may not be happening in our lives soon.
Yeah.
Ooh. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, before year 2 of this podcast, you'll see our faces, apart from that picture that you have to stare at. And and you'll read our blog and you'll see Tia's wonderfully done nails when her hands are more presentable.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's been us. We've been BT Small Talk. Thank you for listening. And you'll hear us next time.
Yes.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.